The Way, the Truth, the Life watchers. Hello again. Yeah, the video that I'm doing today, I'm going to do something a bit different today with this video. I'm going to do a bit of a backstory on my life, talk about that. I'm also going to talk about the brother Joshua that's blew up, that's gone viral over the internet. Also, I'm going to talk about my Rapture letter as well, what I've wrote out. I'm going to read it out to you. So what I'll do, I'll just go straight into it. This is unplanned. This just want it to be like real as it can be, and genuine. So what I'll do, I'll go straight into it. So years and years ago, obviously back in probably the late 90s, early 2000s, I was out on a night out. I was in a nightclub with about 4 friends, I think, or 3 or 4 friends. And this nightclub at the time, it wasn't at the weekend. It was through the week, and it was dead. There was no one in there. It was just us 5 that were in there. And when I was at the bar, like you do, my other friends were down at the other side. There was 2 men that walked in, young men, about the same age as I was. At the time, I was around about 19 years of age, 20 years of age. And they come straight up to me. And these 2 lads, they were happy, they're enjoying themselves. I had a conversation with them, the pair of them. And they were just too happy. They were, obviously they were nice people. These two men were from America. That's what they stated. They were from New York, and they were just too nice. And at the time, I was a young lad, probably a bit naive at the time, but the conversation lasted for about 10 minutes, something around about that. They bought me a drink. I got on with them. I bought them a drink, and then obviously by this time the nightclub was still up. It was us 3 at the bar, and plus the 4 friends. I think it was 3 or 4 friends down at the other side, and that was it. So no one was coming in, and you had to pay to get into this nightclub as well. And I just got a different vibe with these two men. They were just overly too nice, and at the time you think to yourself, doesn't make sense the way they are, and it was just weird. But I obviously got on with them, and then obviously my mate come over and cut the conversation short and said that we're over there, like, which I knew. So I told him, obviously said bye, see ya, walked off. But as I was walking off, what I'm trying to say is these 2 men, I believe they were angels, because it states in the Bible that angels can come at any time. It states in the Bible angels can come unaware. So basically, that's why when you're talking to a stranger, you should always be nice to them, because you never know. You might be in a company of an angel. You might be speaking. You might be speaking to an angel, and I believe these 2 fellas, these 2 men were angels. And when I walked off with my mate, my friend at the time, I got this sense of loving over me, and this sense of loving that come over me, it must have lasted about a minute, something like that, and it was euphoric. That's the word I'm going to use. It was so euphoric. It was so loving. It was like I was given a glimpse of heaven for about a minute. The feeling of it, because I was in, obviously, and I knew straight away. I already had a feeling before this happened, and it stayed with me. It's always stayed with me. I got a glimpse of heaven, a loving feeling that I've never felt in my life. You could only get it in heaven, and I believe I got a glimpse of heaven, like, in that moment. And I walked off, And then it just stuck with me. I mean, I bought another drink because there was another bar on the other side of the nightclub, and my friend was talking to me, but I was just too engrossed in my thoughts. I was thinking like, well, what was all that about? It's just never had that before. So what I did, I put my drink down and I walked round the club, because you can actually walk round in a circle in this club, and I walked round, and this was what, 3 minutes after, 4 minutes after I walked round, and they weren't there. Me being me, checked the toilets, they weren't there. Went everywhere and they weren't there. I even asked the bar staff. I said, "Did you see these two men?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Well," he said, "We didn't see him go." And I was like, "All right." So I was looking round, they weren't there, and it's just weird. And the fact that they'd only been in there 10 minutes, you have to pay to get in. There was nowhere else to go, and they'd only been in there 10 minutes. Bought a drink, it doesn't add up, does it? To me, it doesn't add up that. You come in, you pay to get in, you have a drink, and then you get off. But the feeling that I got, that euphoric feeling, and there's just, I stick with my instance, mate. I stick with my spirit. I believe there were angels, and that's just one of the things that I've had in my life. I'm just, telling people if they can resonate with it. Yeah, and the other one that I had, this other one, I was in my back garden. This is like only a few years ago, this one. I was in my back garden, and I was doing some exercises in my back garden. It was like working out, doing press up stuff like that. And I had my dog in the garden, and I was there working out, and my dog started going mad. And I've got a big back garden, and my dog, there was nothing there. My dog was in the middle of the garden, and he was walking around in circles, like there was 3 people stood there. Maybe 2 or 3 people were stood there. My dog was circling, and I could see my dog's head looking like that, and its tail, the tail was going like mad. And obviously my dog come round the front, and I was watching. At first I wasn't taking any notice. I was basically saying, "Shut up, will you? Shut up. There's no there. What you doing? What you barking at? There's nothing there." There was no one there. My back garden's big, and it was in the middle of the garden. He was walking around in circles, and then he sat down in like in front, and my dog's head was looking up like that, and it was like looking like that, and I walked over and I was looking at my dog like that. I was looking what he was doing, and his head was like that, like he was looking at three, and he was trying to jump up, like he was going along on his back feet, going like that, going along, and then he sat down and he was looking like that, and he was walking around. And then I just turned around and I said, "I know you're there. I know you're watching. I know you're there." And I believe that they were also angels as well, because throughout the Bible, there's been cases in the Bible where animals can see the enemy. Like there was a thing in the Bible where I don't know if it was a donkey or a horse, where it was trying to let its owner know that the enemy was around the corner. It could actually see the enemy. He couldn't see it, but his horse, or whether it was a donkey, could see it. And there's been things in the Bible where animals can see things that you can't see. God can let them see visions, let them see the visitations. And I just believe, me, that what happened in my garden, it was definitely an angel visitation. But I couldn't see it, but obviously my spirit, I could feel it in my spirit, and I was looking, and I just said, "I know you're there. I know you're there." And then not long after that, my dog started barking. He stopped barking, stopped looking, stopped going around in a circle where it was a circle where at least 2 or 3 people could have been stood there, looking over at me, and that's what I got. I'm just putting that out there, and that's always stuck with me. That's another one that. Yeah, so I'll just let you have that one. Moving forward in my life, I think I was about 23, 24 years of age at the time. I believe it was a rapture dream. It was the only dream that I've had where I wanted to. I was going at the gym at the time, and I was tired. I was knackered, so I ended up. I thought to myself, I'll have a sleep on bed upstairs. So I went to bed, like you do for half an hour, a power sleep, and I went bed, and then I had this dream, and all this dream was, and I had the same clothes on as what I was wearing when I was on the bed. I'd just come from the gym. Basically, I was on the floor, on the ground, wherever it was, and then I started rising up, and it was like something was drawing me up, and I was going up fast, and I was looking around like this, and I couldn't see anything. Next minute, I was in the clouds, but above the clouds, and I looked around, and there was all these people around me, and they're all smiling and very, very happy. And there was just hundreds and hundreds of people around me, and then the dream ended like that, and then I woke up. I woke up from that dream. That dream was very short, but I'll tell you now, it's the only dream, and it stuck with me to the point where when I woke up, I was sat there, I was lay there for ages thinking in my thoughts, thinking, what was all that about? Never had a dream like that before. At the time I didn't understand it, but now I understand it. It was so vivid, like it was real life, and I believe that was a rapture dream. So I'm just going to put that one out there for people to see if they can resonate with it. And also moving forward in my life, 2012, I felt a shift in my spirit to the point where I felt like things are going downhill in the world. It come early in 2012. Things were going downhill, weren't they, in the world, and I used to go around asking people, what's this world? What's the world all about? What's going on in this world? And I just felt a shift, and I believe that was my spirit. That it was the Holy Spirit telling me, like, this is it now. It's going to start getting, it's going to go downhill. And then moving forward a bit more, the 2020 event that we had, which was worldwide. I was working one night, I was in my wagon, and driving around in my lorry. I was coming back from a job, and I just got, basically what it was God spoke to me, but it wasn't audible. I didn't hear his voice, but it was my spirit. He was putting it on my spirit, and my spirit can obviously translate it. I knew what he was saying. It come on me heavily, and I've never ever had anything like that. And this happened 2 weeks before this global event that happened in 2020. It happened, and what I got from it was that it was a warning that this is it. It's going to go mega downhill from here now. And it was 2 weeks before, and I was thinking, and it stuck with me for it stuck with me for 4 to 5 days. I was just thinking about it all the time, and then another week went by, which was 2 weeks, and then we had the event that happened in 2020, and everyone in work, they were playing it down. They were saying that it'll blow over. It's only going to be a week or 2 weeks there. And I said to one of the lads there at work, I said, it's not. This is worse than what you think. It's gonna die. I didn't go into my backstory, what's happened with me, with what I got from God, but obviously, I told him, I said it's going to get worse, and they're all saying it. They were saying basically, and the drivers were saying it's just a week, it'll blow over. And that was another confirmation there that I got. And then now you've just had the brother Joshua, that's gone viral around the world, on the internet, that he's claiming that he's had a visitation from Jesus. Jesus has come to him and told him that on the 23rd and the 24th of September, he's given 2 dates, which are 2 days, 23rd, 24th of September. And what he's saying is Jesus said that the rapture of the church is going to happen in them two. It could happen in between them 2 days. So basically, you don't know the day or the hour in them 2 days. That's what this Joshua is saying. And he basically said that the World Cup 2026 is not going to happen. It won't be. Jesus said to him, the World Cup in 2026 won't happen. It'll be business won't be as usual. It won't be business as usual. They're the things that he got from Jesus. The in his what he got from his visitation. It'll probably be a vision. That I think that's a vision. There's a lot of people that are going against him, saying it's not going to happen. The people are just saying things, but you can't dismiss it. You can't dismiss things like that, especially the way the world is now, the way the world is going. And then what strikes me with it all is that we've got the UN meeting where they're going to try and sign this Palestinian state in Israel, where they're going to try and part the land, and you're not meant to part the land, and this is what this UN meeting is all about on the 22nd of September. So the 22nd of September is actually the day before the 23rd of September, which is what Brother Joshua got. And Brother Joshua is from South Africa, so he's been given them two dates from Jesus. But within them 2 days, no one knows the day or the hour. And he actually said, which I already knew, if you go on Google and you type in don't know the day or the hour, it's associated with the Feast of Trumpets. So the Feast of Trumpets is on the 23rd and the 24th. So yeah, so you can't really dismiss it. I'm looking at it. I am waiting for the rapture. No one knows the day or the hour, but like I say, you can't dismiss what Joshua said there, because you obviously got the UN meeting, which is the day before the 23rd. Yeah, and then obviously you've had kids around the world now. There's just some of them have gone viral around the world. You've had old men dreaming dreams, which is prophesied in the Bible. It actually says in the Bible that your kids will have visions, and obviously all men will have dreams. Kids have been seeing Jesus in visions. Jesus has been coming up to them, basically telling, and they've been seeing family members as well. And Jesus has told the kids that your time's short. Go back and tell your family that your time's short, because we are in the end of the end times, and obviously we've had blood moons since 2017, the eclipse. We've had the blood moons. We've even had a blood moon the other week. We're having blood moons when you're not meant to have blood moons. So these blood moons are warnings from God that your time's short. We've been having them. It says in the Bible, many are called, but few are chosen. His chosen are peculiar people. If you think about it, we are of the Spirit, and we're not long to be here. We're not long to be here. Your spirit don't belong here. Your spirit belongs with Jesus in heaven. And people think the world is what it is. They're following the world, and they think the world is what it is, and they think once you end of your life, that's it, and you die, and that's it. That's how people think. They think this is it. This is the world, and then you die, and it's not. You're not long to be. Your spirit belongs with Jesus in heaven. And then you've got the Daniel prophecy 9:27, all the visions that he had from God, basically from when Israel was made a nation in 1948. The clock started ticking down then. He's seen all the prophecies. He's seen the rapture, he's seen the tribulation, he's seen the mark of the beast, he's seen the people taking the mark, he's seen it all in his visions. And what I'll do now is I'll go straight into my rapture letter. And what I'll do, I'll read you my rapture letter, because I want people to know what I've put. Let's have a look here. So basically, I've done 3 pages for my rapture letter, and I've put basically at the top there, missing people around the world. Yeah, I've put missing people around the world, because people are going to want to know why people have gone missing. So I've basically put it like this. I've put, hello, by now you know people around the world have gone missing. That event is called the Rapture. And no, the aliens have not taken us. They are fallen angels, demons, fallen angel technology. That's what the government, I've put that's what the GOV, media, want you to believe, ready for the beast system, the Antichrist, one world government. You are wondering, what do I do now? Jesus has come for his bride, the church, the people that are saved, which is us. You missed it. So now you are a tribulation saint if you choose to be. The Antichrist will try to make you take the mark, so you don't take the mark. Don't take the mark. You will be in allegiance with Satan if you do. You will be on the run for your faith. So that's page 1. Page 2. They will use AI to track you down, and sadly you will be beheaded for your faith. The tribulation is 7 years long, till Jesus comes back in the second coming. You might make the whole 7 years in hiding. If found, you will be taken out, killed for your faith. You have free will in this life. You have to choose hell or heaven. It's as simple as that. That's the truth. I am sorry to give you the hard truth. Jesus laid it all down for us to get saved, but people chose to ignore Jesus and the church, following sin, wicked ways, and following the world. Sin is normalised as good. The signs and birth pains were there. Don't fall for the lie. These aliens are one big deception. They are fallen angels that took on a new identity, double agent, to trick you, Satan's army. Take my Bibles. There is information on the 7-year tribulation. I'll have Bibles here and information. Also got a hard drive as well. I've got an hard drive there that's full of information. So I've downloaded I've downloaded a load of information on a flash drive for you. So that that's what's going to be. Carry on with page 3. Sit down, wipe the tears away, be strong, have a cup of tea. Think about your next move. You already know what to do now. Follow the saints, save other people, family, friends, start reading the Bible. King James Version 16:11. That's what I recommend. I know you're asking why with a question mark. It's hard to comprehend. It's beyond your comprehension. Truth is the truth. The word of God is written by God. It's Bible prophecy. There's a beginning and an end in this world. your spirit belongs in heaven, ready for the millennium reign with Jesus Christ, which is 1,000 years. So it's not the end for you. I hope you make it to heaven. And then basically I've just put my name, my partner's name, and my dog's name, basically. And that's it. That's my rapture letter. That's what I've put. That's what I've done. Because we are in the end of the end times, and the rapture, we are on the cusp of the tribulation. The rapture is on the doorstep. It's going to happen. And I just feel the need to do this video, to get it out. And we will be raptured out of here. And that's what's coming. And rapture, it's in the Bible. It's in Thessalonians, and it's not the word rapture, but it says caught up, which is the word rapture. And raptura is the Latin meaning, and in the Greek meaning, it's harpazo. And if you look up harpazo, it means caught up. It means a snare. Like a thief in the night. Jesus come on you won't even know it'll happen in the blink of an eye. It'll come unaware, and it's a catching up out of danger. It's a snare, caught up, harpazo. So rapture is in the Bible. So I'm just putting that out there for people. And yeah, so that's it basically. That's my backstory, and that's my my rapture letter. And obviously I've gone on about Brother Joshua there. You can't dismiss it. We've got the UN meeting on the 22nd of September. And I just hope that, I hope people get something from this video, and I hope people resonate with it in any way. I hope it helps someone, bring them to God, and I hope it does that for them. And so, I hope it'll help people. And so all I'll do is now I'll wrap this video up, and I'll see you again in another video. And all I'll say is I'll see you again. Bye, see you, and as usual, shalom.